Man, I look awful. That's something to put on my head. First of April's my court date, and I'm figuring that directly after this court date that the bullshit's gonna start. You know, this business of me having to take weekly drug tests. Well, I mean, monthly drug tests for certain, and then, you know, color-coded random drug tests, you know. They'll, what you do is you got to every single day, without fail, pick up the phone and call the telephone number that they give you, and they'll say, today's colors are, and for example, they'll say, like, today's colors are teal and silver, you know, or blue and you know, orange. And I've even heard some folks at court talking about, you know, oh yeah, well my color this week was apple or banana or something, you know. So they apparently run out of even unique colors like teal and chartreuse, and have moved on to fruits. But they'll call you, like they'll sign every week. They'll, or month, I think, every month maybe, they'll assign you a new collar. And then you got to call the number and they'll say the collars, and if they call your collar, you got to go down to the court referral office, pay money. You have to pay for your drug tests that you already don't want to take for no reason, but you got to pay for it, and then sit for a while. It don't matter what you're doing neither. You're, you know, busy, ain't in town, whatever. If your collar comes up, it's just tough tits. You got to go, and you can't do it at no later time or nothing neither. It's that day, or they'll refer you back to court. You know, it's very intensive. It's difficult. Before, I used to flub my drug tests. You know, I'd use a little device, and they couldn't tell that it wasn't me pissing, and it was actually somebody else's piss in the cup. Now, you see, back then, you know, if they'd have caught me, they'd have probably tacked a few more months onto my program. Now, if they catch me fucking up like that, I just back to jail, and I can't afford that. So, here I am. They try to trip you up, too. It'd be near about impossible to keep somebody that ain't taking no kind of drug, because so many things you're not supposed to take. I mean, even if you've got like a prescription for pain pills, you can't take your pain pills. A lot of cold medicine and shit you're not allowed to take. I'm talking about they make it. I can't drink alcohol. See, it wouldn't be so bad if I could still drink, you know, that being legal and whatnot. More dangerous than marijuana, but legal nonetheless. But if I could at least drink, you know, alone, you know, you have a stressful day, whatever. Some folks, I know that there's a lot of folks that's been born, lived, and died without never drinking a drop of nothing or touching nothing that messed their mind up in no kind of way. But I think that them folks is few and far between, and I think that, you know, there's a significant portion of the population that clearly at least goes out and has a drink, or stays the fuck at home and has a drink. It's not a, I don't even think it's a crime, but it for no reason should be a crime to smoke a little pot too. it's absolutely enough, you know, because I've lived my whole entire life using some kind of drug. Or alcohol, for that matter. I mean, not my whole entire life, but I mean, since I was 13 or 14 or so, you know, a truly significant part of my life. And everything that I go to do now, when all this starts, everything I go to do, you know, it's going to be the first thing I think about is how I don't want to fucking do it, because, you know, I can't take a hit of weed before I leave, or drink a beer, or, you know, or take a pill, or it's any, you know, so it's just, and that sounds really babyish, but people fail to realize exactly how much a way of life that really is for me. You know, that's not just, it's not just something I do. Oh hell, let's have a good time. It's a way I conduct my affairs, and I am very used to doing this. And it is very much, I consider it to be a big part of who I am, which is, I think about that a lot too. That's kind of scary in a way, you know. Am I entirely chemically dependent on being who I am, you know? That's not to say I ain't never went periods of time without anything either. And, you know, a lot of people saying, well, try it, you know. I've tried it. I've gone long periods of time before I had to. When I first started the drug program, that one time I went a long time, you know, and I just, that's not the point anyway. The point of this what I'm telling here is not what if. I'm just telling the way it is and the way I fucking feel. You know, I don't need nobody's advice that I ain't heard already, unless I go to asking for it, and I do ask for advice from time to time. Not to say I always take it. I give fantastic advice. That's the thing too. I give great advice, but I sure don't take it worth a fuck, man. I don't even take my own advice real good. I know what I ought to be doing half the time, and just can't seem to force myself to do it. It's sometimes like somebody else is controlling me. Like, I mean, really, it's like sometimes I'm watching myself do things. It's like an out of body experience, except if your body never left your body. It's like I'm looking through the eye holes. That's exactly what it's like. I just happen to be looking through this sumbitch's eye holes while he does incredibly stupid shit. You see? Anyway, I better wrap this up.